Right, there's our Flammekuchen. Wish we had some federweißer to go with it. Here we are. Right, this is now ready to go into the oven. I will see you on the other side of cooking. Good afternoon, and this is what we're going to be making today. This beautiful Flammekuchen, which is a French version of a different dish from Germany, traditional dish called Flammekuchen. And this is something that's made around about the harvest time in Germany for harvesting grapes, and they would have this, well not this but the German version of it, along with some federweißer, which is the traditional drink that they've had with it. Right, let's get on and start cooking, and I'll show you how it's done. It may look like a pizza, but it's not. Let's just get on and make it, shall we? This is never meant to be a language course. We're going to make the base first for our Flammekuchen, and we're going to make this more in a pizza style base, so it's not as chewy. So let's get on with that. Right, so let's start with the base. Firstly, 150 mils of warm water, then 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, and I'm using baker's yeast here, which requires 2.5 teaspoons. If you're just using active yeast granules, then you want 1 heaped teaspoon, or about 5 to 7 grams. And then mix this all up, and then leave it for 10 minutes to start foaming. We'll come back then. Right, while our yeast is proving there, we'll measure out 250 grams of high protein flour. So we want protein levels of around about 11.5 to 12%. It's 200. This last 50 grams are proving elusive. Right, got there. Now we'll add to this half a teaspoon of salt as well, so I'm just grinding that, so half a teaspoon of salt. Mix that in with your flour thoroughly, and then I'll come back when we're going to combine all of this. Well, hopefully you can see that. That's well and truly got going. So we're going to pour that into our bread bin, which is from my bread maker. There we go. Stir it up a bit, and then in we go with that. And now we'll add our 2 tablespoons of rice bran oil. 1, 2. And now our flour. Right, now I'm going to put this into the bread maker, and I'm going to set it on pizza dough, which takes about 45 minutes, but for you guys it'll be like that. Right, we'll just take the paddle out, because we don't want that in there. Now we only want half of this, so about that. And the rest, the balance, you can put in cling film. Just get all the air out of it first. Wrap it in cling film and leave it in the fridge for your next for the next time you want to make this dish. Right, this is what I'm going to be using to cook everything on. So we're just going to spray that with a bit of oil so it doesn't stick, and just rest that there. Now what we're going to do is roll this into a ball, and then we'll use our rolling pin. We want to get this as thin as possible. Alright, so it's looking good. It's going to, I should actually leave it for 5 or 10 minutes because I have a feeling that's just going to bounce back at me. Okay, let's come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, now we've got those very thin now. There we are, that's perfect. Bring that back here. We're going to leave this for half an hour, and then we'll get our sour cream on top of here along with our onions. So while this is having a second rise, we'll just cook our onions. Right, the first thing we're going to do is chop up 2 rashers of bacon. Right, I'll come back when I'm ready to do the onion. Right, now with our onion. Now a little bit about this. Don't try and chop it too finely. Alright, so we're going to do that. Then we'll bring it together and just roughly through there. And that's plenty, because we're actually going to cook these first in butter before we put them on top of our base. Alright, I'll do the other one, and then I'll get a pan on with some tablespoon of butter. Right, now let's get together what we're going to spread on top. So 4 tablespoons of sour cream, I don't know about you, but I absolutely adore the aroma of sour cream. I don't know why, but I do. So nutmeg, half a teaspoon, some black pepper, that's about right. Salt is about 1/4 of a teaspoon, for me at least anyway. I'm going to mix all this. When I come back, I'm going to put those onions on. Rightio, into the pan with a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of rice bran oil, or half a tablespoon. I think it's just to stop the butter from burning. Right, let's get these onions in. I've got this just below full heat, so medium high is what you want. We'll come back when we're ready to assemble our creation. I need my book to pronounce it. I'll be back when we're ready to assemble our Flammekuchen. I will do some research and find out what's in this traditional drink, the federweißer, that is had traditionally with this dish. There you go, we're ready. There's barely any colour on this, but if I was to leave it 30 seconds more, it would start to caramelise. So off we go. Right, I've got my oven at 190 degrees. First we will spread this sour cream mixture on. This will take a lot of skill and a lot of time, so I'm not going to let you watch. It will be quite boring. I'm just going to spread it all over. Right, I've put the onions on and I'm now putting the bacon on. I don't think you can ever have too much bacon. Now, I could not find any feta or gruyere cheese at my local supermarket, and rather than make a pilgrimage into the main shopping centre, I decided that I would use some Edam cheese. Cheese is not the hero of this dish, so it doesn't really matter. You're really not trying to make a pizza. So you're looking at about a third of a cup of cheese, which is, you know, almost nothing. Right, this is now ready to go into the oven. I will see you on the other side of cooking. Right, there's our Flammekuchen. Wish we had some federweißer to go with it. Okay, so we've got it out of the oven. What should we do next? Very, very nice thin crust, isn't it? Beautiful. Right. Oops. Let's get this onto a plate. Here we are. Just have a look, and oh, beautiful. Right, let's have a taste then, shall we? I'm going to do this in knife and fork style. Wow. Oh my lord. That sour cream with that little bit of nutmeg combined with those juicy onions and the bacon. Wow, that is phenomenal. I strongly urge you to make this because it's actually easier than, well, it's easier than making pizza. So give it a go. If you do give it a go and you love it, then drop us a comment. If you do give it a go and it didn't work for you, drop us a comment as well. Okay, I'll catch you on the next recipe.